A big part of how well a woman takes care of herself physically, spiritually, and mentally comes from how she was treated in childhood. As for women who were raised by narcissistic mothers, the important life skills of self-care are often missing or neglected because the child's needs and development were never prioritized by her caregiver. More often, daughters of narcissistic mothers may only get basic needs met and have limited knowledge of self-care. They likely struggle with their self-image, are clueless about their body and their needs, and may often self-loathe due to poor self-image. In this video, we will highlight important self-care tips for daughters who never learned how to take care of themselves and shine their beauty. Stay tuned. The woman's biggest asset is her body and her health. With love and good care, a woman will blossom in high vibration and have plenty of energy and support for people around her. But for a woman who was raised in a hostile environment where security and safety were absent, she had to struggle and fight for survival, defend herself from attack, and neglect her well-being to care for others. At the end of the day, she likely has very little to give and has no time to advance herself. Being deprived of her womanhood, narcissistic mothers who were raised in an environment that never nurtures or supports her development will most likely pass on her unresolved trauma and baggage down to their children because she is the byproduct of the generational pattern of gender inequality and also the suppression of women's rights by family, culture, and the society. Narcissistic mothers discourage their daughters to grow, prosper, or become independent because she was repressed in the past as well. And this is why it's important to bring more awareness to self-care for all women, raised by narcissists or not. To undo this destructive generational pattern, girls and women can benefit from upgrading their mindset and become non-negotiable in honoring their bodies. The first self-care tip is to learn about nutrition and care for our physical health. Despite our upbringing, we must become more aware that health is wealth. Although we may not have the guidance on proper nutrition and how to care for our bodies, we can learn on our own. It's a good idea to integrate learning into our lifestyle on topics about nutrition in our own body through books, courses, and podcasts. Some recommended books to get you started include Grain Brain and Brain Maker by David Perlmutter. A highly recommended health podcast would be The Model Health Show by Shawn Stevenson. All these recommended resources give great insights to approach your nutrition and health from a self-love perspective and help you transform your beauty to shine from the inside out. It's also important for women who never learned proper self-care skills to seek energy healing. Seek a therapist or counselor to recreate a positive self-image. And seek resources such as applicable vaccinations for prevention and care, perform annual physical exams, and keep up with hygiene and mental health. There are links in the video description for your reference. The second self-care tip is to enjoy solitude periodically. Due to easy access to entertainment, possible addictions, or other potential unresolved abandonment trauma, many people find it hard to spend time alone and be in solitude. Even when they are alone, they use distractions such as technologies or other addictions to numb their feelings and remain disconnected from their inner world. To reclaim your inner magic and practice self-care that will nourish yourself, it can be very beneficial to take time off a few times a week or even an hour a day to spend time alone in solitude, doing things you like, and take a break from technologies so you can spend quality time with yourself like you would with your best friend. As quote by Diane von Furstenberg, "When a woman becomes her own best friend, life is easier." This is a time to listen to your inner voice, self-reflect, do fun things, do your hobbies, walk in nature, or maybe even solo travel or explore new places on your own. Pay attention to how you feel and the thoughts you're engaging in. This allows you to strengthen your relationship with yourself and value your inner voice. The third tip is to embrace our emotions in a non-destructive manner. In the past, we've been taught and conditioned to suppress our emotions and view vulnerability as weakness. This made us feel shameful towards our emotions and caused damaging emotional wounds within our bodies. Our emotion is a form of energy that needs to be acknowledged and transformed, especially the negative ones such as anger, grief, sadness, disappointment, and so forth. When you learn to master your emotions and use them as your power, you are tapping into the great wealth that starts from within. It's beneficial for daughters of narcissistic mothers to take time to do personal development and improve upon emotional intelligence. It's highly recommended to read Neville Goddard's book, "The Feeling is the Secret," and also The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. Both books can transform your mindset and help you tap into your inner power. Through journaling, reading, and taking courses on topics that help you build a variety of skills, you can learn to process your thoughts and emotions, learn your limits and boundaries, and revise your long-term and short-term goals. And don't forget to make a vision board to enhance your manifestation wish list. The fourth self-care tip is to change our self-talk from criticism to self-love. Due to childhood neglect, shame, guilt, and/or punishment, many people have yet to process their internal wound, which becomes the inner critics that erodes their confidence and self-esteem. Like any child with parents with narcissistic personality disorder, it's important to change your narratives with yourself and your story to that of an encouraging higher self who wants you to be healed and grow into the best version of yourself. As quote by Louise Hay, "Remember, you have been criticizing yourself for years and it hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself and see what happens." Whenever you get out of the shower or bath, take time to massage yourself with quality shea butter lotion, appreciate your body, and say nice things to yourself. Whenever you eat a meal, appreciate and praise gratitude for your food. Show appreciation to people and friends who helped you, and be grateful for everything you have. When you make a mistake, change your response from self-criticism to self-reflect and encourage yourself to do better next time. Not only will this transform your inner world, the words of self-love and gratitude will help you build a new self-image, raise your vibration, and you will see more positive changes in your life. To live in abundance and attract more things to be grateful about, you can consider our 365 Days of Gratitude digital journal as part of your self-care routine. Our journal has very useful templates that track your morning and evening gratitude, and a beautiful vision board for your manifestation. The fifth self-care tip is to embrace and nurture your femininity. All of us, male or female, all have both feminine and masculine energy. When working in harmony, we uncover our potential with the qualities of healthy masculine and feminine energy, such as compassion, connection, decisiveness, understanding, vulnerability, stability, and support. However, if there is unhealed trauma, we carry the wounded energy that manifests into our reality, such as rage, bitterness, manipulation, controlling behaviors, aggressiveness, people-pleasing, overgiving, etc. Just like narcissistic mothers who carry the wounds and trauma from previous generations, daughters also carry the burden of shame, guilt, and low self-worth as wounded feminine. To empower your feminine energy, it's important to learn to communicate your needs and explore your femininity in forms of physical beauty, such as discovering your signature style and makeup that best suits you, instead of following the trend. Embrace your sensuality. Honor your body with sensual self-care like baths, massages, and facials. Get to know what turns you on and makes you feel good. Learn about your love languages by taking the quiz on 5lovelanguages.com. Enjoy dancing, singing, making art, and all things that nurture your creativity. A recommended read to heal and activate your feminine power is the book The Red Moon by Miranda Gray. And look into her online workshops at wombblessings.com to heal and awaken your feminine energy. Her work focuses on awakening the feminine energy and making the most out of our menstruation cycle. Part of self-care and healing is to let go of what does not work. It's best to declutter your space and keep only things that add value to your life and make you happy. For this, it's highly recommended to look into Marie Kondo's The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. The organization method in her book will help you let go of all things that are cluttering up your space and transform your life. One last tip is to nurture positive female friendships. One of the most dangerous traps that kill a woman's beauty, health, and wealth is being involved in a toxic, abusive relationship. How far a woman will go in her achievement and how well she ages will depend on the quality of her social circle and her intimate relationships. Daughters who were raised by narcissistic mothers were deprived of healthy female relationships and most likely had no support from a father figure as well. She may experience a lot of relationship conflicts in adulthood until she is brave enough to seek professional help. As she heals herself, it's important to seek healthy, positive female friendships that will uplift each other to become the best version of themselves. Daughters of narcissistic mothers must know that there are many other women from different age groups and ethnicity out there all seeking healing and connection to empower each other. There are many online or local meetup groups and communities that are supportive and will value group members' personal development and career advancement. All of us cannot afford to waste our life on the wrong people, and no one deserves to be treated with disrespect and abuse. When you know you are worthy of positive friendships, the people you attract will vibrate at the same level as you. Having soulful relationships is one of the best ways for self-care, as you will nourish your soul and be able to have the energy to nourish others. So remember to spark the magic within you. Subscribe to our channel and share it with people you like if you find it useful. Until next time, take care and we'll see you in the next video.